Hey everyone, I recently went to Ulta and I picked up the Lorac Gold palette. I have had my eye on this since I first heard about it coming out, and I am happy that I've picked it up for you, and I can't wait to share with you everything I think about it, some swatches, some comparisons, and some recommendations. Before you start adjusting your television, no, I really am this pale. I think I fixed the exposure, but I really am this white, and I think it is emphasized by the fact that I'm wearing very deep, bright lipstick and not a lot of bronzer today. So anyway, let's get started. So the Lorac Gold palette is the exact same packaging as the original Lorac Unzipped palette. The only difference being obviously the color, and this is a matte finish and this is a glossy finish. So the Lorac Gold has this ginormous mirror. Look, no ring light. And it has 10 shades. I am going to keep comparing this to the original Lorac Unzipped because a lot of you have it. So compared to the original, let's call one the original and one gold. So this is the original, and I will swatch all these separately, don't worry. And then this is the new one, the gold. And right off the bat, I'm looking in the viewfinder, you can see there's a lot more of a metallic gleam on the metallic ones. These are more shimmer, I'd say. Shimmer in the original, bang on metallic, and the gold. There's also an obvious, I think, comparison. These are all pink tone. These remind me very much of the Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay, although I feel like this is a much more wearable one. And this, I guess you could say is a little more like the original Naked palette, but I feel like this is a lot more cool toned. So we'll get back to the original later when I give you my final recommendations. Let's start with the discussion. So 10 shades, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4 of these are matte, and the rest are on the spectrum of shimmery to metallic. And these are all kind of, they have a gold base somewhere in all of them. I am wearing undressed, kind of all over the lid, especially on the brow bone. I'm wearing this one, which is unlocked on the inner corner, which is, there's a lot of inner corner highlight going on. I am wearing unpredictable all over the lid, and then both of these shades in the crease to kind of build up a transition shade. And I am wearing Unafraid in the outer corner a little bit. So let's get with the swatching, and then I will tell you my feelings on this. So what I'm going to be showing you is this top row from left to right. So right here is the first matte tone. It's Undressed, which is a great brow bone shade. Next we have Uninhibited, which is, I'd say very light gold, but almost with some copper undertone to it. Next we have Unpredictable, and Unpredictable is bam, coppery gold, very metallic. Then we have Undeniable, which is a kind of a warmer chocolate matte brown. And then finally Unedited, which is a darker brown, but I'd say definitely on the cooler side. And they swatch a little crumbly. They're very creamy, but when you use a brush on the lid, they apply beautifully. There, of course, is going to be fallout when you're dealing with such creamy eyeshadows, but these swatch and apply like any of the other Lorac eyeshadows, of which I find all of them to be fantastic. Now we're going to talk about the bottom row, which I flipped over, so it's these, technically it's the bottom. Here we go. This row. So this side of my hand over here, if you go like that, is the bottom row, and you can see this is Unlocked. This is the highlight shade. This is, to me, what the Balm's Mary Luminizer is to highlights. This is insane metallic finish, very shiny. Then next we have Unlimited, which is a little peachier tone gold, I'd say. Well, probably just I'd say it's a true gold. Then next to this one is Unleashed, and Unleashed is by far the most pigmented and most metallic and is very creamy when you touch it. It almost doesn't feel like powder. Then this matte shade is called Unwind. It's a slightly cooler version of this one. I did not find it to be as pigmented as I would like, and I do need to build it up in the crease when I've tried to use it. And then this one is Unafraid. It has some gold shimmer in it, and I find that when I apply it to my eye, it comes off almost like a light black because it really comes off a very cool toned brown. So I did, like I said, I'm wearing this on my eye today. I've been playing with it over the last few days just to get my general opinion. I'd say that these apply exactly the same as all the other Lorac shadows, with a couple of exceptions. The more metallic ones, especially the ones right here in the middle, are very creamy to the touch and very reflective. If you like gold, you're going to like this. Some people are not going to be happy with me. I'm glad I bought this because I will use it and play with it. I'm not going to reach for it. I say if it's a choice, as I think for most people, if it's a choice between the gold version or the original version, I think the original one is much more wearable and I can get a lot more looks out of this, and I'm going to tell you why. This one has beautiful lighter shades and some nice, if you're into cool tones, nice darker shades. But what I found is there's no mid-tone. There's nothing in the middle. Because these are technically the middle shades, but because they're so metallic, you can't, I mean, it's a lot of pigment on your lid. Whereas with these, I can get some light shades here. These are wonderful mid-tone. I feel like there's really like 4 great light lid colors. There's 4, is it 4? Yeah, 4 more mid-tone. And then your darker ones are really workable, wearable, darker toned shadows. With this one, I feel like you have 6 light shades, you have 2 midtones that aren't as pigmented as I would like, and then there's nothing to transition between kind of midtone mattes and really dark dark tones. So I feel like you're like with this one, I can pick and I have done many times, just uncensored and put it all over the lid, and that's all I need. I don't really feel comfortable wearing one of these shades all over the eye. I feel like it would need a transition color and an outer crease color and a brow bone just to soften the intense metallic version of this. So if you're a makeup collector, I'm never gonna say don't buy something, because we are like magpies. We need to hoard, we need to buy more and more. If you are budgeting and it's an either or, then I would go for the Unzipped. Now this is all, you know, personal opinion, and I am definitely more of a warm toned. I favor warm tones. I like wearing warm tones, so this is definitely something that's more appealing to me. The Lorac Gold, I feel, even though there are some warm tones in it, the matte shades that I need to blend it out run cool, so I don't like it as much. I will say some alternatives. I think the original Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette is a few dollars more. You get more shadows, and look, you get some nice golds, and you get some mid-tone browns and some coppery shades. Is there a coppery shade? Yes, there's some coppery browny metallic shades. You get all that. I think those are a lot more wearable options. If you go with the new Semi-Sweet palette, you get similar, not the same, but similar tones. I wouldn't say there's dupes in these, but similar shades. The original Naked, of course, from Urban Decay is going to have some, not really a ton, but some of those goldy shades that you like. And if you like the Lorac Unzipped, the original, a lot of people say there are, you know, this is the Naked 3. I still think that, and I know, I reach for the Unzipped, I never reach for my Naked 3. So, you know, there's a lot of options out there. I'm not saying don't buy the Lorac Gold. I'm just saying that it's not my favorite Lorac, you know, of my Lorac palettes. I would reach for probably Unzipped first, then the Pro palettes. I only have one, and then I would reach for this. So those are my 2 cents, maybe 3 or 5 cents. Let's raise it up. I think it's worth about 5 cents. And if you have this palette, let me know what you think. I'm not saying it's a bad palette. I'm just saying that for all the options out there, I'm not sure it's the most workable palette, and you are definitely going to want to add some colors, reach for one of your other palettes to use to make, I think, a more complete and wearable eye look. So there you have it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Hey everyone, I just wanted to pop on and give you a quick heads up about an opportunity to meet not just me, but a couple of friends, one an old friend and hopefully one who is going to be a new friend.